So what time are these banners dropping? What time are the Golden Week banners going to be dropping for Global and JP? Is it going to be sooner? Is it going to be later? Is it going to be the same time? Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. It's going to be later, and it's not going to be pretty. For half of you guys anyway. For those of you who live on the western side of the world, the western hemisphere, the Americas, it's going to be pretty brutal. For those of you who live on the other side of the world, it's going to be very easy for you guys to deal with because it's not going to be that bad. It's going to be pretty nice. So let's talk about that, and let's also talk about the fact that both of these banners house units that actually can be boosted for free. You can boost the super attacks of 3 out of the 4 new units for 100% free, and that is a very important trait that is needed for players right now, given that the 7-year anniversary is still looming in the distance for global players. So we're going to talk about that and then some, but first, let's talk about the time zones. So here we go. What time does the banner drop? It drops on the 27th of April at 1100 hours Universal Time, or Coordinated Universal Time, UTC. What time does that mean for you? Well, for me, 11 a.m. UTC is 4 a.m. in Los Angeles. That's right, 4 a.m. 4.5 hours later than the 11:30 p.m. PDT time slot that we usually have for Dokkan Festival banners. And folks, if you guys want Global and JP to function on the same schedule, then you're going to have to get used to this, because things like this will probably be happening more often if we decide to push, or not we, if they decide to push more simultaneous celebrations. So get used to this, folks. This might be the new normal. 4 a.m. in Los Angeles. What time does that mean for you? Well, if you live in Colorado, it will be 5 a.m. April 27th. If you live in Chicago, Illinois, it will be 6 a.m. April 27th. If you live in Puerto Rico, it will be 7 a.m. April 27th. If you live in Brazil, Sao Paulo, it will be 8 a.m. in Brazil. Let's move overseas. If you live in Spain, shout out to the tunes over in Spain, it will be 1 p.m. for you guys, as well as Germany, as well as Egypt, as well as a bunch of other countries in that region. If you live in Romania, it will be 2 p.m. April 27th. Oh man, I'm on a roll right now. Okay, what's a 3 p.m. country? I don't know my geography at all. Okay. If you live in Iran, maybe that's okay. Close enough. It will be 3:30 p.m. if you live in Iran. Okay. If you live in India, it will be 4:30 p.m. April 27th. If you live in Indonesia, it will be 7 p.m. Oh, I jumped the gun. I went too far. I skipped a couple. All right. If it's Indonesia, it'll be 7 p.m. April 27th. If you live in Japan and you are a global player, actually, it doesn't matter if you're a global or JP player, it'll be dropping at 8 p.m. for you in Japan. If you live in the land down under, then it will be, I think, 9 p.m. Yeah, 9 p.m. April 27th. And the last time slot that I like to include nowadays is Alaska. If you live in Alaska, it'll be 3 a.m. April 27th. So, as you can see, it is very inconvenient for the Western folks. It is very much an easy breezy sort of situation over on the other side of the globe. So that is pretty much it for the time slots. If I covered yours, great. If I did not, I apologize. I simply cannot remember every time zone in the world. Check out dateful.com and type in this information so you guys can figure out exactly what time it will be for you if you can't figure out when it's going to be. Once again, I said it is 4.5 hours after the usual time that we get the Dokkan Festival summons on Global. So that being said, let's move on and talk about how to free-to-play farm these units super attack, how to Dokkan responsibly. Every single unit here, with the exception of the 16 and 18, can be boosted for free. And what we're looking at here is the JP data download for all of the units that are coming up in the upcoming celebration. As of me posting this video, we have yet to see the global data. We don't know if Global's going to be getting the Ultimate Gohan EZA. It is pretty much a certainty at this point that Global will be getting the Prime Battle LR Vegeta EZA, but that could also be up in the air. Maybe they hold this one off and Global doesn't get this. We don't know yet. So these two units' status are still unknown. Whether or not they are going to be dropping now or soon, you could still boost their super attacks for free. Obviously, Vegeta comes from his own Prime Battle event, but the Ultimate Gohan does have a free-to-play alternative that you can boost for free, as can Cell, Vegeta, and the Goku. All three of these units can be farmed for free, and I highly recommend you guys do that if you are investing on these banners. Of course, if you're not summoning, then it doesn't matter, But in any case, if you get these units in the future, you might want to be prepared and you might want to know about this, so keep watching. Let's start with Vegeta because, as you guys know, I love me some Vegeta. There is unfortunately only one option that is the best possible choice to boost the super attacks of all Super Saiyan Vegetas, and that is the AGL SR Vegeta. This guy is farmed from the Power at the Pinnacle Dokkan event. This is an old school deep cut Dokkan event where on stage 1, difficulty Z hard with 10 stamina cost, you can actually pick up 0 to 2 copies of this Vegeta. And in my experience, this has actually been a very easy experience. I have never had any difficulty picking up copies of this unit. In fact, more often than not, I am coming away with 1 or 2 copies. I don't think I ever come up empty on these runs. This Vegeta event has been very nice to me. So if you guys need help boosting super attacks for free for Super Saiyan Vegetas, invest maybe like a whole stamina bar one day on this event, and you can farm out a bunch of different SRs, and you can boost them into Z Awakened forms at SSR. That gives you a 50% chance to boost the super attack of a Super Saiyan Vegeta. As I showed before, there are other options. If you have other SSR Vegetas lying around, obviously they would help. But in terms of consistent pulling, it would only happen from this one. And maybe the World Tournament Bulge Vegeta, but that one, you don't get him too often, so would you really want to give him up for this unit? It's up to you. So there's the Vegeta super attack farming, very easy to do. Moving on now, we will proceed to Cell. Now this one's also easy because there's literally only one place where you can farm a Cell consistently that can boost everybody else's super attack. There are 2 options to be fair, but the clear choice is the Prime Battle Tech Cell. You could also do the SR AGL one from the Dokkan event, but I wouldn't because there's no guaranteed, or there's no category boost to enhance the drop rate, plus you'd have to Z Awaken it. Whereas here, you can simply farm this out for free, and you can use the base SSR level as a 50% chance. You don't have to burn any stamina, or you don't have to burn any resources Z Awakening the unit to a UR. You can just keep him at an SSR, farm out 20 copies, and you can try to boost his super attack for free without having to waste any resources in the process. That is one common issue that does come up. If you Dokkan too responsibly, and you haven't played the game enough, you don't have enough of a backlog of resources, you will run out of Zenny, or medals, or things like that. So if you're able to farm out SSRs on their own, you'll have to run with the 50% roulette chance, but it's more often than not a more successful endeavor than having to burn through all of your medals. Early on, man, I was all about Dokkaning responsibly, and I knew how many Gregory medals I'd have to burn to do every single unit. I did it. It took a long time, but I did it. So, guys, run through this one. The Looming Menace, the Prime Battle Cell event, uses Android Cell Saga. A whole bunch of units that are free to play do fit into Android Cell Saga. You can pick up 1 copy each run. If you've got the appropriate category boost, you can get more. If you got the support memory, you can pick up more as well. Very easy to do. Moving on, Super Saiyan Goku. So there are 3 very good options that you can run to pick up free-to-play boosts for the Super Saiyan Goku. We'll start with the lowest one, which is the SR Super Saiyan Goku. This guy right here is an SR level that can be picked up from the Battle of Gods story event. On JP, this has been revamped. On Global, this is not. On Stage 1, with the Realm of Gods category boost, you can actually pick up the SR Goku, and you can Z-Awaken him however many copies you have, and get a 50% chance to boost the super attack of the Super Saiyan Goku. This is probably the least recommended because it would take an extra step, and it is not necessary when there are other bigger, better options out there, but I wanted to show you guys this regardless. So there is one option. The second one is the SSR AGL Super Saiyan Goku. This guy is free to play because you can pick him up from the Incredible Gem Shop. If you go to the Incredible Gem Shop, if you guys have an overabundance of Incredible Gems, this is the clear choice. It doesn't cost you any stamina because you don't have to run through an event 9, 10, 20 times. You can simply buy all 9 copies for 100 Incredible Gems a pop right here. So it'll cost you under 1,000 Incredible Gems. You can get all 9 of them, boost them to URs, Z-Awaken them, and you're all set. You can get a guaranteed 9 super attack boost for your Super Saiyan Goku. This might be the least resisted road traveled if you guys play the game enough. But if you don't, then this is probably the most difficult one to achieve. And lastly, and probably the best one overall, is going to be the Tech Super Saiyan Goku that can be picked up from the Prime Battle Goku event. This unit is, for some reason, very elusive to me. I can never pull these SSR copies for whatever reason, even though I have Vegeta's family and I have, you know, a pretty decent library of free-to-play units. I can never seem to pull enough of those Super Saiyan Gokus from this event. So for me personally, this doesn't work out so well, but for you guys with normal luck, this should probably be the best option because you can get them at the SSR level, and again, you don't have to waste precious resources attempting to boost the super attack of your Super Saiyan Goku. And last but not least, let's talk about the Ultimate Gohan. This unit is receiving an EZA on JP. We still don't know if it's going to be dropping on Global, but if you do decide to boost this unit's super attack for free, you totally can. How? You can do so with this SR AGL Ultimate Gohan. He is picked up from the Universe Survival Saga story event. And if you're looking for the disambiguation, it's right here. Ultimate Gohan, you can get this guy right here. Or what you could also do is farm the the free-to-play units that can be picked up from the Majin Buu story event. I should actually show this one as well. This Gohan right here, this Gohan Teen, can be bought from the Majin Buu story event, and then you have to use 5 medals. This one's honestly not necessary. I'm not even going to show you. Forget it. Just use this one. This one's better. SR AGL Gohan can be farmed from the Universe Survival Saga story event, where you have the Universe Survival Saga category boost. A lot of LRs, a lot of good units there, so it'll be easy to boost your category boost rate. You go to stage 9, and you get a Z-Awakened version of the SR AGL Gohan, which means you automatically have a 50% chance. You don't have to burn any resources to get him to the Z-Awakened state. He will already be there. This way you can boost his super attack as well. And that is what it means to Dokkan Responsibly. You don't have to burn any Kais. Out of all of these units, the only one that you'd have to spend Kais on would be the 1618. And honestly, folks, this unit is not the greatest. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say it's not the greatest. I'm not going to say it's bad. I'm going to say the unit's misunderstood. It's got some issues. It's got to work out. So if you actually are forced to spend Kais on a unit, it would have to be this one. And then again, it may not even be worth doing that. So you could very well run away with not having spent a single Kai on these banners if you happen to pull these units, because all of them can be farmed the responsible way. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you guys are going to be pre-farming these SA boosters ahead of time, or if you're going to be waiting until you pull the unit. Superstitions are a thing, people, and some people do believe in the notion that if you get them ahead of time, you are counting your chickens before they hatch, and you might end up getting shafted. So are you guys a believer in that superstition, or are you not? Are you going to be farming ahead of time, or are you not? Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click the notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it! Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.